Hello my friends! For today's video, this film really boosted up my childhood, traveled back to good old days, and it truly changes my heart forever. And for that my friends, I just got done watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. After years of being sheltered from the human world, four turtle-sized brothers set out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers. Their new friend, April O'Neil, helps them take on a mysterious crime syndicate, but they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Now the synopsis of this movie, I'm giving you my spoiler-free review for this movie. Before I saw this film, I've been a fan of this franchise since I was a kid. I love the original cartoon and I've always enjoyed the live-action movies despite one of the trash things I've ever seen in some video games. I'm always excited to see the TMNT content and I'm looking forward to this one. And let me know what you're thinking. How I've been a fan of this franchise. The 2003 grew up on me. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's possibly one of the best iterations of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles so far. Whilst the 2012 is up close second, it's still peak on there. The 2003 is still nostalgic for me. The Turtles have their mature personality, which is more different than other iterations of Turtles before. The action sequences are dazzling and the storytelling is well written with each seasons, with each characters, and some of the villains. I love Shredder from that series, which is the most menacing I've ever seen. Now, my thoughts before watching this film. I was a little bit worried about Mutant Mayhem before I saw it. The trailers made it look like the film was going to be too jokey and self-aware, and I was worried that it will lose the heart and soul of the original TMNT project and some of its stories. Now, after seeing it when I was skeptical, I'm so happy to say that my worries were unfounded. Mutant Mayhem is a fun, action-packed animated film that is sure to entertain fans of the franchise. The film has a great sense of humor, but it also has some serious moments. The characters are well developed, and the voice acting is top-notch. The animation is also stunning, and the film's action sequences are some of the best I've seen in an animated film, even though it's particularly not the best than Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, or maybe The Incredibles. Speaking of animation, the animation in this film is stunning. The film uses a unique comic book style of animation that really captures the look and feel of the original TMNT comics. The action sequences are fluid and exciting. The character designs are both faithful to the originals and updated for modern audiences. Speaking of designs, the designs in this film are a great mix of old and new. The Turtles themselves look like they stepped right out of the original comics, but they also been updated with some modern touches. The other characters in the film are also well designed, and they all look unique and memorable. The casting? Bro, I swear, the casting is one of the best and excellent castings I've ever seen. The voice actors all do a great job of bringing the characters to life. I especially enjoy the performances of four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles act like actual teenagers, which is step right up the direction. And also Jackie Chan as Splinter. Bro, that is a perfect casting right there. Jackie Chan playing Splinter? I was not disappointed. And some of the great cast too, such as Ayo Edebri as April O'Neil, John Cena, and Seth Rogen too. Now, is it the perfect TMNT film? No, there are flaws like the pacing and the story. However, those flaws are minor quibbles and they don't detract from the overall enjoyment of the film, which is good. And overall, this film is an amazing film. We finally got much greater Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Hot take, I think it's better than 2007. It's better than two live-action films which was produced by Michael Bay from Transformers Trilogy, or maybe 1990 live-action ones. So without further ado, I'm about to rate each of every action, its comedy, the storytelling, the suspense, and pacing of this movie, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, I'm giving the action 4 stars. The film is full of exciting and well-choreographed action sequences with a good mix of hand-to-hand combat, weapons, and some stuff. The animation is also top-notch with smooth motion and detailed visuals. The The action sequences are also well paced with plenty of suspense and humor. I really like that some of the fight scenes are really creative and exciting, as well as top-notch animation. It looks very visually appealing and realistic at the same time. I love that some of the fight scenes never feel too long or drawn out. I really like some of the fight scenes are really fresh than mostly all previous TMNT films in my opinion, especially live action ones. Comedy of the film, I'm also giving it 4 stars. The humor is mostly slapstick and self-aware with a lot of references to pop culture and internet memes. The turtles themselves are casted by actual teenagers, but I think Mikey being the standout as the wisecracking jokester of the group. We need this humor from other TMNT projects, guys. Story of the film, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. It's not the most original story, but it's well told and has a lot of heart. The characters are likable and relatable, and the action sequences are exciting. This film also does a good job of balancing humor and drama, and it's sure to please fans of this franchise. I like the way the film explored the turtles' relationships with each other and with Splinter. It was heartwarming to see them grow closer as a family, and I appreciate the film's message about the importance of acceptance. Plus, I like the way the film introduced a new villain, Superfly. He was a fun and charismatic villain, which he was played by Ice Cube, and I enjoy watching him clash with the turtles. Not to mention, the action sequences are well choreographed and exciting too. They were a lot of fun to watch, and they really showcase the turtles' skills as ninjas. It's not perfect though, because there are nitpick moments that like the pacing could have been done a little bit better, and the film could have done a little bit better job of explaining the turtles' origins, but I think it's good overall. For suspense, I'm giving it 3 stars. There are some moments in the film where the stakes are high and the outcome is uncertain, but these moments are few and far between. For the most part, the film is more focused on humor and action than on suspense, which that's perfectly fine, no problem at all. But there is a suspense like Superfly's appearance, which is super creepy, and some of the human designs were truly creepy too. Yikes. And pacing, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. The film moves at a brisk pace, but it never feels rushed. There's a good balance of action, humor, and character development. The film never gets bogged down in exposition or slow-moving scenes. The pacing helps to keep the film engaging and entertaining throughout. I'm giving pacing 4 stars if they tighten up a bit, but that's my personal preferences though. The film's pacing is particularly not that bad. For casual fans in Ninja Turtles world, I'm giving it A. For cinephiles, I'm giving it A. And critically, I'm giving it S. Mutant Mayhem is a fun, funny, and action-packed animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film that is sure to please fans of the franchise of all ages. The film features a great voice cast including Jackie Chan, Ayo Edebiri, Ice Cube, and Seth Rogen, and the animation is top-notch. Whilst the story is a bit predictable, but it is still entertaining, and the film is full of heart and humor. One of the things I really liked about the film was the animation. It is very stylized look that is both visually appealing and expressive, because this film was inspired by Into the Spider-Verse. Man, that film really does inspire future animated films in my opinion. The film does a good job of balancing humor and action, and it also touches on some more serious themes such as acceptance and coming of age. It looks like Paramount sit their asses to finally make a good TMNT film compared to some live-action ones who were produced by Michael Bay. We need more good films like this in TMNT franchise. I really hope they're making a sequel because the film is so good that it's so hard to send hate on this. You have to thank Seth Rogen, even though you're doubting him so hard as a producer. We need more films like this. I'm giving it 9.1 over 10. A good TMNT film that it deserves a Sonic Frozen fan, guaranteed.